just needs a beat down, needs humbling. Instead of eating cheeseburgers, I'm going to feed him some humble pie.
It's something that we took very seriously and something that a lot of work has gone into, and obviously it hasn't been resolved. And
Eddie Hearn steps up to confirm that Anthony Joshua has completely abandoned any restraint, transforming this drama into an all-out courtroom war. Logan Paul's behavior finally went too far, and now legal professionals will handle the aftermath. This represents pure power projection, demonstrating beyond doubt that provoking Anthony Joshua anywhere outside the squared circle results in devastating payback.
Oh, él es esto, él es aquello, él es, dije, pero ¿por qué te preocupas por lo que ha hecho alguien más? ¿Qué has hecho tú como luchador para aumentar tu ego? Pero no pudiste
Following Jake Paul's devastating loss, Logan Paul refused to stay quiet. He exploded like an unhinged wildcard, launching himself at Anthony Joshua in a completely unprovoked and absolutely stunning assault. The sheer boldness is mind-blowing. This went beyond poor decision-making. It became a dangerous, chaotic disaster that sent shockwaves through boxing circles. Logan overstepped every boundary imaginable, and the aftermath is already creating fireworks, leaving supporters and competitors completely bewildered by the absolute insanity of his actions.
Wouldn't do so. So we filed a lawsuit against him, and we'll leave it in the hands of the law.
Eddie Hearn breaks down the truth this represented: a disgraceful, calculated publicity stunt, and both Paul brothers have completely disgraced themselves. Logan's dangerous assault on Anthony Joshua, combined with Jake's humiliating defeat, makes them appear like amateurs pretending to compete in a division they'll never master. The boldness is absolutely pitiful, and boxing fans are witnessing their complete meltdown happening live.
Jay said, and everybody knows, he's not a real boxer. There's levels to this game. And he was way out of his level, way out of his depth.
Carl Froch pulls no punches. Logan Paul has completely embarrassed himself. This ridiculous stunt represents total nonsense, a pathetic grab for attention that only reveals him as a fraud. Boxing enthusiasts are watching in amazement as Logan's dangerous behavior has transformed him into a complete joke, a disastrous combination of pride and total failure.
What was it, about an hour ago? So I guess everything's calmed down a little bit. I thought it was a bitch move, if I'm honest, because anytime an attack like that is like premeditated.
Johnny Nelson absolutely destroys Logan Paul without mercy. This stunt contributed zero to his career, finances, or boxing legitimacy. Industry professionals indicate that without genuine competition ahead, Logan revealed himself as an amateur competing in professional territory, resulting in both him and Jake being thoroughly embarrassed. Their standing completely destroyed while boxing enthusiasts watch in complete shock.
Bullshit, but where does he go from here? What does he do? I'm not even arsed, man. I can't be arsed with this bullshit anymore, this clown world. It's a joke shop. It's just a big fucking... It's just a...
Logan Paul's personal statements reveal the disastrous arrogance of both siblings. With Jake recovering from serious facial injuries, this dangerous circus only solidifies their reputation as beginners who cannot compete at elite levels. Supporters and industry experts remain amazed by the boldness and complete incompetence being displayed, resulting in their total humiliation.
Anything for his career, for his bank account, everything, for his development. I don't think he did anything for his development because he didn't have somebody in front of him that wanted to test it.
Adam Smith captures the disaster perfectly. Logan Paul's action should have been impossible. Instead, we're experiencing complete madness. The Paul brothers persist in destroying every standard of boxing professionalism, transforming the sport into a circus of chaos and shame. Each mistake, each dangerous stunt not only destroys their reputation, but also leaves supporters wondering how delusional their behavior has gotten. This questionable territory they operate within barely conceals obvious incompetence and excessive ego, creating this entire disaster both ridiculous and stunning.
It's about AJ. Nobody expects Jake Paul to win apart from Jake Paul. I bet his own dad doesn't even expect him to win. Nobody believes he's going to win. So if anybody says, yeah, no, Jake Paul's going to do it, they're gamblers. They're hustlers. They're just trying to be...
Johnny Nelson reveals the enormous risk Logan Paul accepted by challenging Anthony Joshua, completely ignoring the devastating results of facing an elite champion. With Jake Paul already defeated and injured, Logan's bold assault appears like pure panic, a dangerous effort to restore damaged reputation. Industry professionals and insiders caution that emotionally provoking Joshua represented a disastrous error in judgment. The Paul brothers' behavior now appears as pathetic entertainment filled with danger, overconfidence, and public embarrassment. This mistake strengthens the belief that both are completely outmatched, their behavior more humiliating than calculated.
It just shouldn't happen. But we don't know. As with all these things, there's always a grey area, isn't there? But
Counterpunch boxing exposes the truth. Jake Paul's injuries reveal complete destruction, bleeding, beaten, and humiliated. He appeared exactly like the unprepared amateur entering professional competition. This devastating image proves Anthony Joshua's superiority and Logan Paul's disastrous decision-making afterward. The Paul brothers' legacy is now characterized by wounds, shame, and unsuccessful theatrics. Supporters remain shocked as what should have been entertainment instead became a demonstration in public embarrassment, transforming both Logan and Jake into warning examples in boxing lore.
Like when AJ boxed Dylan White, getting him emotionally involved. It's a big risk because we've seen a nice AJ knock people out. So what happens when he's a nasty AJ? So
Ben Shalom speaks directly. Logan Paul represents complete nonsense, and his dangerous behavior only reinforces that image. Attempting to challenge an elite fighter even one past peak performance revealed his complete absence of talent, training, and sport respect. Both Paul brothers have become representations of overconfidence facing humiliation, making insiders and supporters cringe. Their stunts, injuries, and public mistakes transform them into boxing jokes. A warning story of ego exceeding talent, demonstrating that fame-seeking in competition has devastatingly failed both Logan and Jake.
His nose is jacked up. This dude got his nose split and slid. His shit's moved over.
The weight concept explains how simple pushing became complete chaos thanks to Logan Paul's recklessness. The face-off slap, while appearing small, created the foundation for disaster. Security stepped in, but the harm to both Paul brothers' reputation was complete. Their behavior designed to promote fighting failed miserably, making them appear immature and overwhelmed. Industry professionals suggest this stunt only increased doubt about the Pauls, revealing them as attention seekers pretending to be legitimate competitors. Each mistake confirms both are unprepared for professional boxing, creating them a warning example of pride overcoming ability in a devastating public display.
You know what I mean? It's just a joke in my eyes. You know what I mean? It was a life or death struggle with a guy that is clearly past his best.
The harsh truth, Anthony Joshua's strength and accuracy create terror for any challenger, and the Paul brothers rapidly discovered they were completely overwhelmed. Each strike delivered by Joshua contains crushing force, revealing both Logan and Jake as dangerous amateurs seeking attention rather than success. Experts observe that challenging an elite champion with such reach and power represents deadly miscalculation, transforming every Paul brothers action into public shame. Their behavior might create views, but in competition they are completely dominated, shocking supporters, angering insiders, and further destroying the Paul's credibility.
I mean, I don't mind fighters pushing and shoving, probably shouldn't be slapping each other at the face-off. Security did a pretty good job of corralling it while they could, but I thought it was just an open hand.
Ariel Hawani captures the Showtime. Shannon stresses the unmatched importance this transcended simple fighting. It became public destruction of pride and ability. The Paul brothers' dangerous conduct, both during and outside competition, transformed the event into entertainment, where their failure is completely visible. Industry professionals suggest their efforts to control or challenge Anthony Joshua only amplified their defeat. This critical situation reveals the devastating difference between experienced professionals and amateurs wanting fame, making Logan and Jake appear childish and overwhelmed. Supporters, insiders, and analysts are experiencing humiliation live, as each miscalculated action confirms the Pauls are nowhere near legitimate professional boxing competitors.
And every time he threw a punch, I like winced, because he's a big man and he's an incredible boxer and he's still in his prime, and he's got a very long reach, and he's got a lot of power in that right hand, and that left hook is terrifying as well, and so I thought it could end at any moment.
Tony Bellew gets it right. This stopped being boxing long ago. It became a disastrous entertainment show controlled by fame and spectacle, thanks to Logan and Jake Paul. Their behavior, dangerous attacks, and public embarrassment eclipsed the sport, turning serious competition into cheap entertainment. Experts caution such conduct risks establishing dangerous standards, making the Paul brothers symbols of pride and failure. While fights generate attention, their reputation involves shame and spectacle, with Anthony Joshua representing complete opposite discipline, dominance, and total professionalism. Supporters remain stunned, critics are angry, and the Paul's credibility is completely finished.
It's frightening for the sport. It's not that it's bad, it's frightening. But listen, this isn't boxing as a sport, this is the circus.
The Paul brothers' catastrophic behavior has driven them toward complete humiliation. Following Jake Paul's devastating defeat in Logan Paul's dangerous, unprovoked assault on Anthony Joshua, their reputation is completely shattered. Each mistake from confrontation slaps to emotionally provoking an elite champion has demonstrated their total absence of talent and wisdom, transforming them into professional boxing laughingstocks. Experts, insiders, and supporters agree these attention-seeking stunts represent catastrophic failure, revealing both brothers as amateurs competing in territory they cannot handle. Anthony Joshua, composed yet dominant, has ruthlessly exposed their weaknesses, leaving Logan and Jake embarrassed and publicly mocked. Even close allies reportedly doubt their choices, emphasizing how severely this disaster impacts them. The critical question persists: can the Paul brothers ever bounce back, or will their reputation remain defined by shame, spectacle, and failure? What's your take? Are they finished permanently, or do they still have redemption possibilities? Share your opinions in the comments and participate in the discussion. The entertainment continues.